I got 3 major movements that I love to use for my triceps, and I don't use them very often. The reason I don't use them very often is because I want them to stay a new stimulus that my body doesn't recognize. The one is called the reverse incline kickback. So it's very similar to what the old school people used to do, which was a normal kickback, but when it's sit on a reverse incline, it is pure murder. So let's take a look. So the first thing you do is you just get a normal incline bench, but you're gonna lay on it backwards. Have your head off the edge, have the dumbbells just hanging, okay? The next thing you wanna do is you pull the elbows up as high as you can, and then you kick it up this way. You can turn your hands all different ways. I bench 600 pounds, and these 15s feel like 60s in this angle. That is one of the most humbling arm exercises you have ever seen. The next exercise we're gonna use is an old school bodybuilding favorite. Arnold used to use these, a lot of the old schoolers used to use these, but you don't see them done as much anymore. The trick is that you use one dumbbell on one side, you bring it up over your head on a really steep incline or military bench, and then you take this to the other side, almost of your other trap or shoulder, and then come up. The trick with this is to get a good pause on the back side and then squeeze. In this angle, you have zero help from the shoulder, maximal growth from the tricep. This really builds that big horseshoe that everybody wants hanging out of their t-shirt. But as you can see, this is a 25-pound dumbbell, and I can do these with 50s, but that is extremely hard for 10. So a lot of times the best exercises that you can use don't always have the heaviest weights on them. Sometimes they're the most controlled and the most isolated of the area. The next exercise we're gonna do is gonna take a little bit different equipment, a little bit more stuff. So just an average exercise band. You can get these from Elite FTS. Rogue carries them, I think. But you just need a mini band. And what you're gonna do is fold it over. You're gonna take a kettlebell and put that through the handle. Now, what you've just created is a chaotic environment that jumps and pops. So this causes the muscle to have to work triple time. So what we're gonna do, lay on an incline, a flat, a decline bench, it doesn't matter. And we're gonna take this back and we're gonna straighten it. As you can see, this can be very dangerous with heavy weights. But this exercise is absolutely brutal on building tricep strength and stability in the joints. I like to use these 3 different exercises in my training fairly regular. One, because it's unstable, and the other 2 is because I have zero leverage. But the other thing that you have to remember is that muscles like to grow under tension and time. So what does that mean? Don't get He-Man and get this stuff heavy. Try to do it slower and more controlled and see how much more your muscles grow. So everybody wants big arms. I just showed you 3 key variable exercises that you can use that you probably haven't been using in your system or your training. Give those a shot. Now, stay tuned, and if you haven't, go look at our belt squat tutorial, go look at bench press tutorial and what to look for on that, and technique tips on other things. If you have any questions, ask below, and we'll see you soon.